we're on this ground since about 1972. The Boys Brigade gave us permission to come in on the ground, and we put up our own posts, and in 19, oh God, when was it? Harvest took it over in 2006. The council took it over. They said we'll always have the pitches here. There's no doubt about that. I mean, it's. But then we left anyway to suit it, because we were told that it's going to be great, good for the area. And that's the truth.
Good for the
that's
club
the only
as well.
reason we left, was good for the club, good for the area. You know. And then
what was the agreement? What were they saying? What were they offering you, or what were they saying was going to happen?
They said we'd have the grounds back, and there'd be houses, there'd be what do you call it, apartments all around, and be seating put in on the two pitches, you know, and it'll be a park. But now they're saying they're building houses on it. It's the last bit of ground in the inner city, in the south inner city. It's the last public park, as we call it. Well, it's supposed to be a park, but I'm not sure what the council have done with it now since they got us off it.
It's still down as recreation and a public park on the council. It's still on the deeds.
We only got out to a system because we thought it'd be good for the area, you know. But soon as we were off, I always thought the county council was there for the good of the people. I've changed my opinion on that. They're not. They're into everything. They're into money, speculators.
Did you own the land then before that, or what was the?
We should have had the lease on it. Yeah, we would have had the lease on it. Yeah, of course we would. We're there from 72, I said, wasn't it, till 06. So I mean, it was ours, you know.
So the intentions were honest in the first place, so you were led to believe that yours were, but also theirs, that they were trying to regenerate the whole area. And then
I'd say at the start it would have been up by certain people in there. It would have been, but
this was supposed to be the showcase. I mean, it was presented to us as the showcase and what they were going to do for football, and also how the football pitches would benefit the area surrounding it, because it's a real selling point to have football pitches and amenities like that. So I mean, we were very much sold the idea that this was very good for the club, very good for the kids in the area, and very good for the community. I don't know. We got very disheartened by it in 2006. I was involved with the regeneration of Chambers Street, and at that time we were given a grant from the Department of the Environment for 20 million. To
20,000.
20 million. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was an allocation from the Department of the Environment to Dublin City Council and the Regeneration Board to build Chambers Street. No sooner was the agreement signed and everything, that the Dublin City Council were around the corner in the Liberties telling people that they were going to sell for 10 million that project. That was the first indication to me that they were just liars, that they were being disingenuous and dishonest. Certainly to myself, because I was the chair of the regeneration, and there's nothing I could do about it. So straight away this became suspicious, and in 2008, when the council and all this regeneration collapsed, we decided that we just go and start training on the pitches and start making them available to the kids, because we couldn't see at that stage what else we could do. So with a lot of discussion in September 2010 last year, we decided we'd come in and just cut the pitches, and we'd have a few friendly games with other clubs, and then try and convince Dublin City Council to reopen them again to the public as pitches, so as that our home advantage could be given back to us, because every match is an away match, and apart from the expense of it, I mean, the kids themselves want to feel they're at home, and they've been disenfranchised with their home. They've been made homeless in effect in regard to club. I mean, when we had facilities and there's things going on here, we always had kids wanting to get involved, wanting to become part of it. Now that we don't even train here, that's all gone. The kids, the parents, the whole lot's gone.
They're gone to other clubs.
They're gone to clubs where they have facilities, where they have coaches. The only thing that's gone for the kids here is drugs, unfortunately. You know, the influences around here are not good. They're not good at all. And to take away, I think it's criminal to take away the only facility that actually offers an alternative. You know, I'm sick of listening every time I turn on the television about, you know, eat healthy, be healthy, kids need to be healthy. And there we have the Coombe Hospital over there, and they want the car park. They want to bring the children into the world, but they want the car park to do it. So where the hell are the children going to play? I mean, and that's an independent board sitting on a regeneration board, a master of the Coombe. And his only interest, he told us he was so interested in the community at a meeting not too long ago, and that's why he got involved, because he cared about the community. And the only reason he's there is to take this away and turn it into a car park. And that's the most disingenuous thing I've ever heard in my life. And how in the name of God can you be an independent chair when you used to be a master of the Coombe? Affect the bloody kids, you know what I mean? All their kids are in nice long gardens and grandfather pensions.
It's all for
you know
greed,
what I mean?
yeah.
It's all greed, all the way down the line. And the most disadvantaged kids, I mean, they even made this a rapid area, which means that it's recognised as being disadvantaged. And what have they done? They've sent a load of educated people into the local community centre, you know, because we're not good enough to run it. We can't be educated. There's something wrong with us, you know. We should be millionaires by now, but we're not interested in being millionaires. We're interested in small things, enjoyment, you know. A bit like a kid, I suppose, you know. This is priceless, this land.
Could you give me an outline of like the real knock-on, like the amount of teams you were running when it was at the height and when this place was yours?
We had 9 teams one time. When Mitch was here, they took Mitch away. But
there's 14 teams altogether here.
We had 9 in 1 year.
There was 9 in the club, but Mitch also ran teams out
in
the schools, and he ran teams for the residents.
That's right,
so there was 14 teams using this pitch from Teresas Gardens and
the area.
And to be different things, like we're involved with the DDSL and the FAI and that. But there was other, for example, in the summer here, there's loads of what they call small tournament games going on, and teams are put together, 7s asides, 5s asides, girls teams. I mean, all in all, like, whereas that we'd have 9 teams registered, there could be adding up to 14 as Mitch was here, and there was 14 teams in different leagues, whether it be 7 aside, 5 aside. We'd be playing like inter-city, like Pearse Street, Sheriff Street flats. That sort of a comradeship was built up, you know, and we'd often have games here with Crumlin. We're all the local clubs, the big clubs, and it was always available for everyone, you know, anyone that was involved in football, or anyone who wanted to sort of think in terms of, oh, let's have a family day. Well, there was a facility for the family day, whether it be a sports day, whether it be a residents association. There was all sorts of things going on here.
Tommy Bourne, he lived in the flats, and Tommy was a great man for organising the sports up here.
No, so it's not just about.
So how many teams are you running now then? Say, give me just the contrast.
Well, today we're running an under. No, we're not. We're running under 9s.
And 11s, and
the 11s are gone. The 11s are gone.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, well, I was down here last night, and all that turned up, and again, because of the politics that involved, In other words, children listen to what their parents, and there seems to be a perception here that we're stopping the regeneration going ahead. It's just we don't have money. All we want is for the grounds to be opened up, to be used, and in good faith. And in good faith, when the time comes, we'll vacate it in order to accommodate, or like we did previously. We have never been against the residents. We have never been against Dublin City Council, but we have been lied to on a continuous basis. But in reality, everyone in those flats is children, and a lot of them are grandparents at this stage. All their children came through St. Teresa's Football Club, and all their children played here. Yet for some reason they want to deny that to the children who are living here today. And that's for 6 years now. We're coming on to the 7th year now, and 7 years is a lifetime to a child. 7 years is not a lifetime to an old age pensioner. It's as simple as that. But to a child, to take away 7 years of their life, to take this away for 7 years, you know, it's terrible. It's disgusting. When we cut the grass here last year, we were amazed. Like, one of the kids picked up a loaded gun, and there was also a large quantity of drugs found while we were cutting the grass. We didn't actually find it ourselves, but they were in looking. They were in looking because the grass was down, and the next thing was a big buzz that there was drugs found here, and it was over £30,000 worth of drugs. You know, if it's clean and tidy, then the people act as though it's clean and tidy. But when it's a dump, sure, it's a dump. And this is what Dublin City Council has done. It's turned this into a dump for the sake of cutting the grass. And then when we decided that we do something about it, they went in behind us a week later with a JCB, 2 JCBs, and they upended the goalposts and totally destroyed them, so as we couldn't put them back into the ground.
What about, where does it stand at the moment in terms of regeneration?
It doesn't stand anywhere in terms of regeneration. There is no money in the country. It's been announced on the news on more than one occasion that City Council or any council in the country do not have money for social housing. It's as simple as that.
On a local level, what's the understanding of what was promised and when it's going to be delivered?
At a local level, people are still being fed, I suppose, bullshit. They interpret it as hope. The local councils or TDs are not telling the people the truth. They're not telling them that there's no money available. Instead, they're telling them that there are people available to take the land. But I wouldn't be happy about public land and public parks going into private ownership or being even built upon it. I mean, there's a lack of facilities in the area, particularly in the south inner city, sport facilities or public parks. I mean, the nearest park here is Phoenix Park, and you don't exactly say to your kids, go out and play in the grass if they're going to go 2 or 3 miles. They need to be local. You know what I mean? Local facilities for local people.
Look and say, there's a pitch here and this is what's happening. And I can say, from a development point of view, what we always trying to do is try to make sure that the title is clean prior to going and developing anything else. But we're trying, there's an effort here to develop the land. And I think actually to go and to re-tenant those pitches would be admitting that we failed and that the development isn't the regeneration.
There are legal ways around it. You can have a license from day to day, and the problem with this is that it's the children of Lure syndrome. Lure, L-I-R, let it rot. Yeah. You know, that's what it is. The site is there. It's unused. The club is being moved on. And as far as I can see from what James Berkeley was saying there, the club were mugged. They got a nice PowerPoint presentation with vague promises. And I think the worst thing that they should have done was to actually move.
Can I actually suggest that you go down to Teresas Gardens and you talk to residents in Teresas Gardens, right?
I did.
No,
I spoke to the kids and I spoke to the residents.
No, actually,
there's a text here from Bass. I did. There's a text here from Bass that said the survey Rebecca is talking about consisted of one simple question to residents: do you want the pitches open or do you want a new house? With about 40% of flats now empty and the rest needed severe maintenance to restore them to a basic standard, it is no surprise that residents voted in favour of new houses, but that does not mean they are not in favour of pitches being put back into use. Let's have a real survey that covers the issue at hand. Now that's a text from a person who lives in
that's the Yes Prime Minister form of survey.
I don't actually know. It was the Residents Association within the area that drew that up and did it, and the representatives that are on the community forum.
Anyone can be on a Residents Association.
No, there's representatives that they're elected. It's much more.